Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Office Hours with Jess. So I know that it is application season. It's also statement of purpose writing season. So I thought I would make a video about the do's and don'ts for your personal statement or statement of purpose, whatever you want to call it. So let's start with that one first. I get a lot of questions about this, like what is a statement of purpose versus a personal statement? So different applications call it different things, and some actually require two versions now. So I won't get into the nitty-gritty of that in this video, but I'm talking about today just sort of the main statement or the essay that you're writing for across all of your programs about why you want to get a PhD and what's motivated you to be on this journey. So here are my top do's and don'ts for your statement of purpose. So for your do's, the first one is to include and start with some kind of a hook at the beginning. This is kind of my key secret of what makes a personal statement or statement of purpose really stand out, which is having an opening that really grabs the reader in right away to your story and to your statement. So I would say that is a huge thing to make sure to include and take some time to think about and be a little bit creative about. The second important thing to make sure to include or do is to really go in depth about your research experience. This is your chance to really expand on what you have listed on your CV and go into depth about what you can't sort of put on your CV. And really write in detail, describe the methods that you know how to use, describe the softwares, describe your quantitative, your qualitative, any publications, etc. Go in depth there. This is your chance to do that. And then finally, my third big tip or thing to do is also, this is something that I feel like I don't see enough in personal statements or statements of purpose sometimes, is that at the very end, make sure you do tie everything back and talk about why a PhD is necessary for you to achieve your career goals. And don't just say like, oh, I want to be a leading researcher. You know, that's kind of vague. Like actually say like, I want to become an independent investigator, leading my own lab, a professor on a research institution. Like say it out, spell it out, and be detailed. Okay, so those are all my do's. These are my don'ts of what not to do in your statement of purpose. So it can be very tempting, but do not just have a laundry list and restate what's already on your CV. You shouldn't have just like a bunch of kind of chunks or small paragraphs that, again, sort of just relist what's already on your CV. The statement of purpose is your chance to really go in depth in a way that you can't do on a CV. So again, that's kind of one big tip. Next thing is, I know I did say to create some kind of a hook, make it creative, draw the reader in, but you only really need to do that at the beginning. The whole statement of purpose doesn't need to be too personal because, again, you want to go in depth about the detailed research experience. Again, it's important to tie in a little bit of your personal story, but that should not be the focal point of the entire statement. And then finally, make sure to proofread. Make sure there are no grammar, spelling, typos. This is really hard for me. I'm really bad at catching my own spelling and typos. So whatever you need to do, have a fresh pair of eyes. Maybe who doesn't know anything about your personal statement or statement of purpose, read your statement over once, you read it over once, multiple times, and just make sure you proofread and catch any small little things. But yeah, so those are my main do's and don'ts for your personal statement or statement of purpose, statement, whatever you want to call it. But I hope this was helpful. I'm happy to answer any questions. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you on another episode of Office Hours with Jess. Good luck on all your applications.